I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your boy TP. Today, we are back in the courtroom of Judge Sean Perkins for the second appearance of Mr. Clyde Lynch. Now, if you do not know who Mr. Clyde Lynch is, that means you did not see his first appearance. I will encourage you to go and see that so you can understand what's going on here. And there was a lot of things that happened in that first appearance. And also in that first appearance, we shared before his appearance some bonus footage of Mr. Thomas Styron with his new hairdo, his recent court appearance. And there was a lot of funny comments, about his new do and how he looks like he's from an episode of Star Trek, which he really does. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But if you have seen it, then you're in the right place. And this is going to be definitely another wild video. On this one, we definitely have the interactions between Judge Perkins and Clyde Lynch, but we also have a little bit of fireworks between the prosecutor and the defense attorney. It got a little, it got a little edgy there. It was some back and forth, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to mess it up. But also, let me let you know this, and we're going to jump into the video. We're going to be following this case. Mr. Lynch, he has a pre-trial and a jury trial coming up, so we will be following that so that we can see this thing through to completion. But with that being said, guys, let me get out of the way. Let me stop talking. Let's jump into this proceeding, and I'll see you guys at the end.
All right, is Clyde there?
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Are you Clyde Lynch?
Yes.
Did you send me an email?
Yeah. It was about the Dearborn situation, but it was just something to show. But
this is the sovereign citizen situation. Let me see. Let me see you when you hold on. Turn your camera on.
It is on.
Sovereign citizen situation, right?
I don't know what that word means.
Well,
yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying I'm operating under what the Constitution Supreme Court ruling is talking about.
What is that? What's Supreme Court ruling?
Well, Your Honor, let's just proceed with the case. I know that's what we're doing now. I don't even want to let's proceed because I'm supposed to receive videos of the of the traffic stops.
All right. You have
only seen one video.
And when let's see Lynch's file. Those sovereign citizens gonna make me faint.
Well, Your Honor, when the officer pulled me over and he said that, I didn't say those words. I just told him I'm operating under the Constitution, and that's all else I said to him. And he just basically lied, said I was disgruntled, asked for backup and all that. And the video would show I wasn't even whatever, I can't think of the word he said, but he was saying I need backup. I have a irate or whatever word he said, and that was not even true.
All right. Well, what I'm going to say is if some video exists, the last time you were here, I know it was set for trial because Corporal Bennett appeared and Officer Dunn appeared. I don't see anything here that says anything about requesting video.
I sent it to the law department, and I believe I sent it to you that day because you gave me the email address and I send the email
Let me
to
check
you.
let me check my email.
Because I sent it to the wrong
I believe
email
I
address.
remember you saying that.
Yeah, I sent it to the wrong email address and I had to write it correctly.
I believe I remember you saying that. All right, let's see. We're gonna put all this stuff in the file. What's this? Was this sent to me by mistake? I got Dearborn 19th District Court stuff?
Yeah, I just seen that like a couple of days ago because when I went to go get all my files, the affidavit, one page was missing out the affidavit, which was the body of the affidavit. And I haven't heard anything about it until I went up there to check on my paperwork, and then they gave me a bill. So I just walked out the courtroom. I've been trying to find some federal assistance on that because all my documents gone, CDs, DVDs, all that, all my paperwork. Only what they gave me, and I'm like, it's supposed to be another page to this. They say that's all they had. So I got all the recordings of the whole transaction and everything.
I'll put all this stuff in the file. Well, Mr. Lynch, I can appreciate you, and I will definitely listen to any kind of argument that you have, and I'm going to make a ruling on it. But at the end of the day, this Constitution and stuff argument, I haven't seen it work. I'll just let you know. And the stuff that you gave me last time, we had a long conversation about that. And it's just not, I'm gonna make sure all of this stuff is in this file now too. It's just what you're saying is just not the state of the law. I don't know any other way to say it. But if you have some new stuff, I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say.
Well, basically what I'm going to say, we just going to continue with the case, and whatever comes about. If the paperwork I given wasn't irrelevant, that's it then. So what is the next step?
So either the next step is take a plea, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I'll give you the offer, or take it to trial, and those are the next steps.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to trial.
I'm going to set it for a jury trial too, so you can bring this in front of a jury of your peers and see, what they say. And I guess you don't want a lawyer, right?
The other cases that I had got dismissed for same situation. So
say what?
The other cases I had for this was dismissed, and you told me to give you one name of one person, and I could have said it then and there. It was myself. I had court cases for the same thing, and it was dismissed on whatever circumstances happened. It was dismissed.
And what do you mean by that?
For the same driving.
Let's do this. Let's call it and put it all on the record. I have my court reporter back. Let's call it and put it on the record, all right? This is the city of Detroit versus Clyde Lynch. Case numbers.
How you doing?
SP 1537940, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1554736, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1558135, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1590696, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Lynch, state your name for the record, please.
Clyde Lynch.
All right. So, Mr. Lynch, let me ask you this, and this is just to understand, try to really get a grasp of your position. I understand you're why don't you, if you're not a sovereign citizen, usually sovereign citizens tell me, I don't want a lawyer. If you're not claiming the sovereign citizenship, why don't you get a lawyer to help you out with this?
I can't never find no attorney. The last attorney I got, they was telling me you should have just took a deal, you should have paid the ticket, and you really can't find nobody who's going to take your case. So basically, I'm in limbo, and basically all I have to say, not guilty with impunity.
Let's say this. I guess if you're not willing to,
so I'm not a national, so I can't say that. All I'm saying, I'm just a citizen, and all I'm going to say, not guilty with impunity.
well, how are you immune to this? Because I mean, let's just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me how you're going to proceed with your case. You're fully in the right to proceed however you want to proceed. I'm going to just give you a jury trial, and you'll have to present what you need to present in front of a jury. Will you allow me to assign a lawyer to you just for the purposes of, helping you out with the courtroom procedure and stuff?
You can do that.
All right. That way, at least you got the procedure correct. I need a good phone number from you, Mr. Lynch.
313-694-4419.
Let's get a jury trial date. That's Mr. Berry with that ink pen. That microphone, Mr. Berry, can pick up an ant walking.
Apparently.
It's sensitive. All right. So 694-0419. What I need from you, let's set another pretrial date for October the 28th, 2024. What I need from you, and I'm just gonna, I'm appointing this attorney to help you in the jury trial as it relates to procedure. You and the attorney may not agree on the legalities and the law, but at least the attorney will be able to help you so that you know the courtroom procedure, when and how to present your evidence and all that kind of stuff in front of the jury. All right?
All right.
12/10. 12/10 is going to be the jury trial date. On October the 28th, that's just a date for you to appear to make sure that you've talked to this lawyer.
I have to come in the courtroom.
Pardon me? No, not on October the 28th. You don't. You'll have to come to the courtroom on December 10th. That's going to be in person, and you got to be ready to go that day. What you'll have is I want you to answer the calls you don't recognize. One of those calls is hopefully that appointed attorney. If you come back on the 28th and you tell me, Judge, I haven't talked to that attorney yet, we're going to take the. Why don't we do it right now? Why don't we do that right now? Let's get an appointed attorney for Mr. Lynch right now instead of having him come back. Let's pass the matter. I'm going to get you an attorney right now, Mr. Lynch. Sit tight, please. All right, Ms. Harris.
Yes.
What do we have?
I have no one else, I don't think.
All right, let's go down
But
the
if I
line.
could go,
Go.
if I could have a breakout room with, I believe it's Clyde
We'll get Kelvin
Lynch.
Green.
She's been appointed to Lynch.
Who's been appointed to Lynch? Oh, yes. All right, there we go. And then
I
next
just wanted
is,
to at least get his contact information. Kelvin Green,
Very
I
good.
don't.
now, here's the deal. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lynch. You still there, Mr. Lynch? Unmute yourself, please.
She ready for us. She just wanted to put on the record that she was going to rely on the motion, her request.
Mr. Lynch, we're on the record with Mr. Clyde Darnell Lynch. Mr. Lynch, we have a very good lawyer appointed to you, Ms. Harris. Now, Ms. Harris, I don't know if you heard or you were in the breakout room. Mr. Lynch, you know, I like I say, he understands his position. He has a hard time getting a lawyer to take his case because of his position, but he wants to go to a jury trial. And I told him, you know, if you guys can talk and get some advice, but you're basically appointed so that he can go to jury trial unless you guys work something else out to assist him and be there for him to help him on procedure and how to proceed during the jury trial and not necessarily the substantive stuff. Okay, but if you can talk to Ms. Harris and you guys can come to some sort of meeting of the minds and you want to take her advice, then you're fully entitled to do so. All right, Mr. Lynch, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room and speak to Mr. Lynch, and then we'll get you out of here. Okay, Mr. Lynch. All right. Which room are you in, Ms. Harris? In 7. I'll put Mr. Lynch in 7. All right, pass the matter. And then we have a jury trial date of July the 10th. We'll set some other dates once you guys get finished talking.
Yeah, and I might need to ask if there will be a different date, but I will wait until we talk first.
All right, do that. All right, where are we now?
On Lynch, we just sent a request for a different attorney. It was his request, and I understood his request, so we're just hoping for a different attorney.
All right.
But I think if I'm understanding our conversation, he does not want a jury trial. Mr. Lynch, was that correct?
No, I'm gonna give him a jury trial because, listen, he's already filed. Where's Mr. Lynch?
Right here.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Clyde Darnell Lynch. Mr. Lynch, turn your camera on.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I'll give you a prompt.
Okay, hold on. Here you go.
So he's already filed a lot of things with the court, and we've had a long discussion about what he's filed and the legalities of it. I don't find anything that he's filed that has any merit. So that's why I'm giving you a jury trial, because if you bring the same stuff in a trial, if it's the same as what you're giving me and the stuff that you're professing, based on what I see, you're gonna lose.
So
By me.
If the judge is saying the information is not valid and the people don't know nothing, so why would I put my hands in the hands of the people?
Because first of all, what I'm telling you is I'm trying to give you a fighting chance with these arguments that you're making. What I'm telling you is you're not going to have a fighting chance with me. You're going to lose unless you come with something substantially different than what you have. At least with the people, you said it yourself. They don't know the law, or they might not even know the law. So you may be able to get them to side with you just because they love Mr. Lynch and they want I don't know. But other than that,
no jury. I really don't know people jury. I'm not even gonna do that. So if I found guilty, so I'm gonna have to sue every person that was a juror.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do. I don't know. Mr. Lynch, you're the one that's making these arguments up, and you're the one that has researched and done what you've done. You provided that stuff to me. So you're expected to know the law. You're expected to know the law. So whether you can sue jurors and whether you can sue whoever, that's going to be on you to know, and then or if you don't know, that's going to be on you to find out.
Okay, so I have to get back with the law department about the videos and the dash cam of the police officers.
That I can Mr. Bowman, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Honor, Mr. Bowman, for the people, P33764.
All right, now, Mr. Lynch, now I can potentially help you if the stuff exists. Mr. Lynch is asking for body cam and whatever discovery that body cam, audio, video, whatever discovery that the people have in relates to his matters.
Your Honor, I understand that, and discovery would be provided if he files a valid request pursuant to the court rule for discovery.
So you saying I haven't done that previously? I don't send it to the law.
Hold on, Mr. Lynch. Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the court rule just says upon request. He's made his request today. I don't think that there's anything in the court rule that requires anything other than him making a request. Mr. Lynch has made his request for discovery, and I believe it's supposed to be provided to him.
Court rule provides for a written request.
And
that has not happened.
All right, let's discovery rule 6. We're gonna know this discovery rule, and you got it
forward and backwards.
Yeah, you need to get this book. You need to get this book, Mr. Lynch.
It doesn't say in writing, though.
In addition to disclosure required by provisions of law other than MCL 767.94A, a party upon request must provide all other parties the names and addresses of all lay and expert witnesses whom the party may call at trial. In the alternative, a party may provide the name of the witnesses and make the witnesses available to the other party for interview. The witness list may be amended without leave of the court, but we need to start putting the witness list together too, because a witness list needs to be filed too.
Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Nowhere in there did it say in writing. It said upon request. It didn't say it had to be in writing.
That's what it said, Mr. Bowman, and I'm taking notice that he's requested discovery.
Well, so this request will be from what is today's date? September 9th?
9th.
And
yes.
the court rule provides a certain allot of time.
Technically, Your Honor, unless the court says otherwise. So it could be a shorter period of time than 21 days. If we're going to use the rule, we got to use it both ways. It doesn't necessarily say it has to be 21 unless the court says otherwise. The court could tell you today.
No person has filed a document with the city of Detroit. It is my understanding that any documents that have been filed directly with the court. That's improper. That's number one. Number two, the court rule, as I understand it, provides that we have 21 days. if
Unless otherwise ordered by the court.
I'm not finished.
I know, but if you're gonna quote it,
I'm
you gotta
not
quote it right.
finished.
Wait, stop. Let him finish, Ms. Harris. Let him finish. I'm gonna give you opportunity.
Court rule provides for a specific number of days. If the party wish a shorter time, that could be granted if that is good cause to not have to abide by the court rules. Those things have not happened. They haven't sent it to the judge, and they haven't sent it to me, an attorney for the city of Detroit. And Ms. Harris, who is assigned as House counsel, hasn't filed an appearance. It says that she is representing this gentleman. As a matter of fact, I believe Ms. Harris got up on here to say that she really didn't want to have anything to do with this person.
Okay. Are you done? Are you done, Counselor?
Thank you.
Let me say. Can I say something? Huh?
Sure, but I do get a turn, right?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
6.201, capital letter F, timing of discovery. Unless otherwise ordered by the court, the prosecuting attorney must comply with the requirements of this rule within 21 days of a request under this rule, and a defendant must comply with the requirements of this rule within 21 days of request under this rule. So I'm going to give the city the 21 days that they allot. I'm not going to order any time greater. I think that since we're going on a jury trial, December 10th, 21 days is a lot of time. If he gets it in on the last day of the 21 days, is a lot of time for Mr. Lynch to prepare. So that's going to be the order. Get the discovery within 21 days. And there's a reciprocating discovery rule, Mr. Lynch. If you have anything, these motions that you filed, he did indicate, Mr. Bowman, that he did try and get those to the city attorney's office. He did say that earlier, but I don't know if he was successful or maybe it was one of your other colleagues or not, because I know Ms. Mason was in here the last time. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead. Hearing no response, let's go ahead, Ms. Harris. Do you have anything else?
Nothing. I'm not going to be that person today. Nothing.
Ms. Harris does not have to file she's just here for the House counsel today, and no attorney files any appearance.
Well, I will say I technically did put my appearance on the record, so
you did.
I made the request on his behalf. And I didn't I do have to clear the record there, the mischaracterization of what is actually transpiring with Mr. Lynch's case. I did not say that I didn't want to represent Mr. Lynch. That was a conversation that he and I had privately where we discovered that there's potentially a conflict of interest, and he has requested that a different attorney would represent him. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear for the record. I don't need anybody to speak for me and what happens with my clients. Thank you.
Mr. Lynch, you got a very good lawyer here. I'm talking about very good lawyer.
Conflict of interest. Trust me.
He's correct, Your Honor. He is correct.
All right. If there's a conflict of interest, I'm the one that makes the determination of conflict of interest. But I'll allow it to go. We'll get you another lawyer. And I'm not going to keep appointing lawyers to you now.
I understand.
Right? So, if you have a conflict with the next one, that's just going to be your problem. You go hire a lawyer after that. Can we get him another lawyer, please?
Oh, she's working on it.
Okay. Pass them out. Let's get Mr.
67.
Clyde
64.
Lynch.
61.
Let's go lastly back on the record with Clyde Lynch. I've given you an opportunity. Now this is the second lawyer. I set a jury trial for. Thank you. I set a jury trial for December the 10th. And did y'all have a conversation?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna set a final pretrial for any motions, and you see the motions that he's put in this file, haven't you?
I'm saying,
And he can forward you those motions as well if you need to. And you need to get a copy of those motions to the city first, please. All right. Let's set a final pretrial for.
You like me, that's why you get it.
Let's set the final pretrial for December the 9th. And make sure everything is gonna go on that date. Let's make sure we have our officers gotta be there then. All parties need to appear. That's including your officer, Mr. Bowman, because I want to make sure that we don't order this jury and then there's someone not going to be here. So that means if the officer doesn't show up for the final pretrial, the case is going to be dismissed.
I understand, Your Honor, and this final pretrial date is what?
It's going to be the day before trial, December the 9th. I want to set a motion date. Let's just say motions by the people are going to be due motions by the defense, motions due by the defense by November the 8th, and responsive motions, if any, are going to be due by November the 15th. All right, anything further, Mr.
Lynch, do you have anything else?
Okay, so what's gonna be due on the 15th?
No, the judge, if I can.
Go ahead.
On November the 8th, our motions are due. The people's responses are due 7 days later on the 15th. So any motions that we want to file need to be submitted by November the 8th. Need to be filed in court and also submitted to the prosecution.
And then I'll rule on the motions on the final pretrial date if I need to, if everybody shows. Mr. Ogletree, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Aaron Ogletree, P number 69167.
Now, are we square on everything?
Yes.
Mr. Bowman?
Yes, Mr. Ogletree, could I have a phone number from you, please?
I'm gonna go to your office right after.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he requested discovery as of today.
As of
Yes.
today, I understand.
I put forth a written request, when I get back to my office.
Very well. All right, that's it. It's concluded. And Mr. Lynch, have a very good day. Best of luck to you. All right. Thank you, Mr.
You too.
All right, thank you.
Well, guys, we have come to the end of our video, and as you can see, just like I said, man, what a bunch of fireworks between the prosecutor and the public defender, Ms. Harris. I don't know, maybe they'll get that whole situation worked out, but it seemed a little personal there. It's probably not the first time that they got into it, but we see Judge Perkins is still trying to help out Mr. Lynch by being straightforward with him and honest with him about the defense that he's trying to, put before the court, that he hasn't seen it work yet. But, I guess we'll find out if it does or not, or if his new attorney does work out, because we see it didn't work with Ms. Harris because of the conflict of interest. So we'll find out how his defense works out, if the new attorney ends up working out in this pre-trial and this jury trial, these dates that are coming up. So I just want to say thank you guys for joining me once again. If you are not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe, click the like button, share the video. I sure would appreciate it. But until the next time, guys, we jump into another courtroom proceeding together. I appreciate you guys. God bless and peace.